We begin our journey by acknowledging something that lives in many of us, like a secret we were never supposed to discover. That the pain we carry might not have originated with us. You may feel grief or anger without a clear cause. You may experience disconnection, self-doubt, or a fear of intimacy that seems to rise from nowhere. But what if you're not broken? What if you are burdened by an emotional inheritance passed down through generations, unspoken but deeply encoded in your nervous system? When trauma goes unhealed in a family line, it doesn't vanish. It travels. It is absorbed in glances, gestures, silence, and survival strategies. Family systems can unconsciously pass down shame, anxiety, emotional neglect, and even physical patterns like tension, fatigue, or restlessness. You might notice cycles. The women in your family who always put others first, the men who never speak about feelings, or the children who carry adult burdens too early. These patterns are not your fault. But here's the difficult truth. If they are not interrupted, they will continue. And that means the person who is brave enough to pause, to look inward, to ask, "Where did this come from?" is not weak. They are the hero of the lineage. You might feel overwhelmed by this role. You might think, who am I to change something that's been here for generations? But you are precisely the person with the courage to see what others avoided. You are the one with enough love to stop the silent inheritance and transform it into something more conscious, more healed, more whole. This is not about blaming your parents or grandparents. This is about seeing clearly, with compassion, and choosing not to pass on what harmed you. You are standing at the threshold between the past and the future, and you, right now, get to decide what gets passed forward and what ends with you. When we speak of trauma, we often imagine the visible events: abuse, loss, violence, abandonment. But some of the deepest wounds are quiet, invisible, wrapped in high-functioning lives and polished perfection. You might be the one who shows up for everyone else, the one who excels, achieves, smiles on cue, and yet feels a hollow ache that nothing can seem to fill. You may have learned to perform joy without ever tasting it, to provide safety for others while never feeling safe yourself. This is the wound beneath the wound, the place where your nervous system internalized a message, not just from an event, but from how that event shaped your view of yourself. Trauma isn't just what happened to you. It's what happened inside you as a result of what happened. The meaning your body made of it, like, I don't matter, I must not need anything, or if I'm not useful, I'll be abandoned. These beliefs can hide in your bones, in the way you breathe, in the way you expect relationships to hurt. They shape how close you'll allow someone to get. They shape whether you rest or hustle, trust or monitor, speak or swallow your truth. And yet, these meanings are not final. Anything learned can be unlearned. Any wiring that formed in trauma can be rewired through love, presence, and repetition. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means returning to the parts of you that froze and offering them warmth, language, and time. It begins when you allow the ache to speak. When you stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and instead ask, "What happened to me? And what did I believe because of it?" That shift in inquiry opens a door, and behind it is your power. Power not to rewrite history, but to reauthor your relationship to it. Within you, beneath the layers of performance and protection, lives a younger version of you, still longing for what they never received. This inner child does not age out of existence. They remain in the nervous system, in the habits of fear, in the moments you feel too much or not enough. They may appear as anxiety that spikes before a social gathering, as the inability to ask for help without guilt, as the voice that says, "You're too much," or "You're not worthy," at the exact moment you begin to shine. They are not sabotaging you. They are trying to stay safe. Inner child work isn't about living in the past. It's about reclaiming the part of you who got emotionally stranded there. That child might have learned to shrink so as not to be a target, to become the helper, the fixer, the invisible one, or the golden achiever. Each of those identities was a strategy to get love or avoid punishment. But those strategies can become cages if we don't outgrow them. Your inner child needs one thing most of all: your loving, curious, unshaming presence. Not fixing, not logic, just presence. Imagine asking that child, "What were you feeling?" and listening deeply, without rushing to explain or justify. Imagine letting them cry without hurrying them out of the tears. Imagine placing a hand on your heart and whispering, "I see you, I hear you, and you never deserve to feel alone." You're not going backwards when you do this work. You are time traveling with medicine. You are breaking the cycle not by blaming, but by reparenting. You become the safe adult your younger self never had. And in doing so, you shift everything. We all wear armor. Some of us wear competence. Others wear busyness. Some wear humor, intellectualism, or even spirituality as a shield. The function of this armor is simple: protect the wound. It keeps others at a distance from your deepest fears, like the fear of being too much, too needy, or not lovable enough. But eventually, armor begins to chafe. It makes it hard to breathe, to rest, to receive love without suspicion. You may find that what once made you feel powerful now makes you feel numb. You may be good at everything except feeling safe in your own skin. That's when the invitation comes, to begin letting go, to set the armor down, not all at once, but gently, intentionally. Releasing armor does not mean becoming weak. It means reconnecting with your essence, soft, alive, and whole. It means practicing vulnerability not as exposure, but as embodied truth. This work is not always graceful. Sometimes it feels like grief. Grief for the years you had to be strong, for the tears you swallowed, for the tenderness you silenced. But in that grief, there is also possibility to rebuild from the inside, to create safety in your nervous system that doesn't require overcompensating, or pushing yourself past your limits. You can begin again by breathing deeper, by saying no with love, by letting joy back in. Healing is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you to armor up. There comes a moment in every healing journey when you realize this work you are doing isn't just for you. It's for the child you once were. It's for the generations before who had no words for their pain. And it's for those yet to come who will live freer because of your bravery. This is the sacred role of the cycle breaker, not the fixer, not the forgiver of everything, but the one who chooses to see clearly, to feel deeply, and to stop the silent repetition of harm. It is not glamorous. It is often lonely. You might feel distant from family members who never questioned the patterns. You may feel misunderstood or even ridiculed for choosing healing over denial. But your courage is not measured by applause. It is measured by your willingness to show up with integrity, even when it costs you comfort. You are the living proof that generational pain can become generational wisdom, that survival can give way to thriving, that love doesn't have to hurt to be real. Every choice you make to pause, to speak with clarity, to rest without guilt, to parent yourself with compassion, these are not small moments. They are tectonic shifts in your family's story. You are rewriting the legacy. You are planting trees of safety and joy whose shade others may sit under. So the next time you feel alone in this work, place a hand on your heart and say, I am the one who breaks the cycle. I am the one who loves differently. And if that voice of doubt returns, whisper back, I am healing the past. I am protecting the future. I am here now, and I am free.